Hey, this is Terry, and you're listening to episode 272.
Welcome to TerryWilson3.com.
Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Get ready to discover, develop, and monetize your skills and talents with Terry Wilson.
Thank you, Christopher B. This is Terry Wilson with TerryWilson3.com. I'm on a live call session today about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. With it looks like about 28, 30 people, and they're still logging in, that are logging in to talk about working from home, starting a home-based business, doing something that will take their money, their business, their life to the next level, something that resonates with their passions, what they're about, what they want to do, rather than trying to clock in some 9-to-5 corporate job and trying to make someone else successful. They said, it's about time I want to be the person that I'm trying to create wealth, create success for. And you know, sometimes in your entrepreneurial journey, in your wanting to do more, to experience more, to earn more, you're going to have times where, you know, things don't necessarily work out. You have to take a step back. You have to, Apostle Paul in the New Testament every once in a while had to get out of the preaching gig and go into tent making just because the business wasn't great right then. So there's going to be times and seasons that, you know, we have to bob and weave around economic downturns and market shifts and all of those things. But I will tell you, if you build a business, and that's what we're going to talk about today with everyone that's on here, if you build a business that's diverse enough, that's not pigeonholed into one particular industry, doing things one particular way, you can bob and weave around. You know, I've been doing this now, this particular business that I'm in, I've been doing it for 8 years. 8 years I've been in this business. A rating with the Better Business Bureau, over 3,000 active reps that are using our system to grow their business, to earn more, enjoy more, work on their terms. But the way it's been successful is not because it's not had its challenges. It's not because that, you know, we've got some particular product that just will always work all the time. No, it's not necessarily that. It's that we solved that one problem that every business has, no matter what you're in, and that's, you know, leads. You got to have qualified people to speak with. If you've got a product, good, or service, and you don't have qualified people to speak with, and more importantly, that are engaging you rather than you having to engage them, it makes business not impossible, but it does make it difficult. I mean, how many, show of hands of everyone that's on the show today that's out here. We've got about 42 people now. Just raise your hand. Is there anyone on here that likes to cold call at all? That just likes to pick up the phone and just start calling people out of the blue, you know, a phone book or whatever, and just, you know, hey, this is Derek, or this is Gary, or this is Bob, or this is Jim, and just start selling right over the phone. We got one person, and she's a rock star, so she likes to do it. But and Luis, you are the exception, not the norm, and it's probably because you've got one of those personalities that just, you like it, you enjoy it, and you're probably good at it, to be honest with you. But for the lion's share of people, they find it difficult, and because of, you know, ice breaking and calling people out of the blue, there's a lot of different emotional and psychological hurdles that a person has to sort of break through to be able to do that. And Luis, but the fact that you can do that shows that you've gone through some things, you've learned some things, you've developed some skill sets that makes you in the top 1 percentile of people, because most people just cannot pick up the phone and just cold call someone out of the blue that's never expressed an interest on anything that they offer, and just first get them interested, then sell them on the fact of allowing them to follow up with some information, and then following up to that. I mean, it's a 3 to 4 step process when you cold call. And it makes it difficult because most people don't understand, especially when you're cold calling, you're not really trying to sell the product. You're trying to sell the fact of them giving you time to sell the product. That's the first thing you've got to sell. So it makes it difficult. So what we've done at TW3 that I think puts us, in a very unique position. I've got insurance agents. I've got real estate agents. I've got people in direct sales. I got people in network marketing and MLM marketing. I got pastors of churches. I've got coaches and consultants. I've got podcasters and bloggers. I've got people from all different backgrounds use our system. And the reason they get involved with TW3 is because we solve that one problem, that you don't have to do what Luis likes to do and can do, but the other 99% of you, it does it for you. It engages the client for you. It warms them up. It qualifies them. And then it sort of runs them through what we call in the marketing business a sales funnel on the back end. And so the only people you're spending time with at that point is people that need, want, desire, and can afford your products, goods, and services. And they're asking you, hey, Terry, give me a call. I want to talk to you about this. Now, let me ask you with a show of hands, has anyone ever been in that kind of business where the only people, that is working for yourself, doing your own thing? Have you ever had a business where people are just knocking your doors down to talk to? Show of hands, or give me some feedback on the chat box here. Anybody at all? I don't see anybody yet. I'd love to talk to any. When I got into insurance, I got my license in insurance, and I was attracted to insurance because I just lost a business that I'd been in, 15 years prior. And I was accustomed to a certain income. I had a certain demand as a father of 5 and a wife. I had a family of 7. Lifestyle choices. We had decided to homeschool. We decided to do a lot of things that drives up the cost of our family budget. And so there was an income there that I had to, and Louise says she's had one. So I'm going to talk to you, Louise, in just a second, if you allow me. Say yes if you allow me to talk to you. I'm going to open your microphone up. You're a very interesting person. I remember talking to you one time before. I think you're already in the coaching space, but I'd love to talk to you. But I got into insurance, spent $2,500 to get licensed, credentialed, trained, all this stuff. And then it was like, okay, call your friends, family, and foes, try to work referrals or go buy these terrible leads. That was the only way. So here I got $2,500 and all this stuff invested, and I ain't got the first person to talk to. I don't have the first ability to make money. And so that's the genesis, to be honest with you guys, of this business right here. Because, okay, I'll talk to you in just a second, Luis. Because I knew if I didn't have a way to generate leads, man, I was going to starve. And, I had all kinds of friends say, hey, Terry, you got to come over here and sell this product. You got to go. I was even out, door to door selling rainbow vacuum cleaners. Now, nothing against rainbow vacuum cleaners if you like the rainbow, or any vacuum cleaner for that matter. But, I went from an executive, 22 employees, making good money, to on my hands and knees, demonstrating, how to clean carpet. And so, but I learned a lot even through that process. I learned that, incentive marketing works. I learned referral marketing works. I learned all kinds of things that I didn't know before, just having that experience. But the point is this: it doesn't matter what you're in, guys. It really doesn't. The thing you've got to figure out how to do, you can be, if you got a dream today, guys, if there's anybody on here that's got a dream to be a coach, or a life coach, or consultant, a pastor, or mentor, or just want to be a rock star salesperson, or you've got this pill, thrill, lotion, or potion, man, that you're just enthralled with. You love it. You think it's the best thing since, sliced bread. I will tell you, no matter what, you've got to have people. You've got to be able to get in front of people, or that business isn't going to take off. It's just not. So, you could have the cure for cancer, but if you don't have enough people to get in front of to talk to, now I think the word will spread quick, and your referral marketing business in that instance will probably take off. But the whole point is, we have done a good job and improving as we go into this to have our members the ability to get in front of people so that they can have the greatest shot of success. We have a 90-day money made guarantee. And you say, well, Terry, how does that work? Well, here's how it works. If you will guarantee what activity, and you sign off saying, I will do this, this, and this, and I will verify that I do it. If you'll guarantee your activity, we'll guarantee your results using our tools. It's just that simple. because we know you're going to be, we've been doing this long enough. We know what works. We know what doesn't work. I can't guarantee your activity. I can't guarantee the way you want to do things because I don't know. It might work even better, but I know what I know, and I know what works. And I know empirically, through trial and error for years and watching other people do this and coaching thousands of people now, there is a strategy to success. There is a system that will bring greater success and income. So I want to open up the phones here. We got, let's see here. Anthony said he wanted to talk first. So let me get over here to Anthony real quick. I'm going to unmute Anthony's microphone and I'm pulling him up. Anthony, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can. How are you?
Man, I'm doing great. I hope you're having a good time. And thank you so much for taking time out to come and be on the show today. What can I help you with?
Well, I had a couple questions about your, the first thing I was wondering about was, well, first of all, thank you for having this opportunity to let people ask you questions. I really appreciate you being accessible. So that really helps us a lot. I wanted to know, can I start, I know you have the different levels. You have like a free level. I think it's called apprentice, or I'm not sure what it's called, but then you have the other levels where it's like $497 and $997, etc.
Yeah.
Can I start at the free level like today and then upgrade to the other levels later? That's my first question.
Oh, absolutely. You can start at any level, including the free level, and upgrade as you move through this process. And when you invest, if you came in at the $497 level, when you get ready to go up to the plus level, which is $997, you don't pay $997. You then pay the difference between what you've already invested versus what the upgrade would be. So you always have equity.
Okay. The next thing I want to ask is, now the money made guarantee. I'm very interested in that. That sounds great. Is that something that you could put in writing, or how does that actually work? That part of it?
Yeah. So number one, it is in writing. Everything I do is in writing. Everything I say, even like our conversation right now, you cannot call me on the phone and it not be recorded. That protects me. It protects you. And first of all, I want to convey to you, there's nothing I say or do that I won't 110% stand behind. Okay. But it's in writing actually on my website. If you'll go over here, guarantee under about, you see, there's under the about tab on my website, there's a guarantee. Okay. And it says you will earn a minimum of $400 to $1,200 within 90 days after joining the initiative. Now, every person that becomes a member of TW3 does not have this guarantee. And let me explain why. Just because you buy one of my platforms does not mean I offer this guarantee. Okay. If you buy my platform and then you enroll into this initiative, which we require a certain minimal amount of commitment from you. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it this way. If you will do it then we will offer this guarantee. Okay. If you want to buy my system and do whatever you want to do in whatever business you want in any strategy you want, God love you, and we'll support you and help you and answer any questions. But I just can't guarantee it because I don't know. There's 100 different ways to use our platform and make money, and we have reps that do it all the time. So in some work, but to be honest with you, the majority of them don't. Okay. But I know that there's certain strategies and certain ways of doing things. If you'll use it the way we show you, I guarantee you'll make money. Okay. But what you're doing, what you're giving up is some of your autonomy. In other words, just being able to do anything you want, anytime you want. You've got to do it the way we show you. And if you're willing to do that, I'm willing to guarantee it.
Yeah, I'm definitely willing to follow the rule book that you laid out and do it your way and get that going. So, okay. Now, I think in the other podcast, you mentioned that there are like marketing expenses to kind of implement it the way you want us to do it.
Yes.
Could you?
Yes.
Or is that something I'm not understanding?
No, you're going to understand. There are some expenses to marketing and using our platform. What is our platform? So let me just get into it. When you go to this guarantee, you're going to see this little thing down here. It says our terms and conditions, which breaks out every single thing in each package, what it is and all of that. So if you was to come in at the basic level, the $497 level, you're going to get our voice broadcast dialer. Okay, that's a software that you can record a message and it goes out to a filtered, scrubbed list. Okay, so the data is it needs to be paid for, and the airtime. You have the software. The software is being hosted on a server, so that's what your $497 covers. You bought the software, and it's being hosted in a cloud server, secure server that it has to be used, and that's what that $97 a month admin fee goes toward. But then when you use it, there's a usage fee. So there's 2 cents a minute. So what does that mean? That means when you dial 1,000 people, by the time you pay for the data, the airtime and everything, it's about $38 a phone bill that you're going to have. Okay. So to reach 1,000 people, it's going to cost you about $38. If you use it the way we show you, the strategies we show you, our numbers, our statistics are usually around, you can expect 1.5% to 2% response. So that means for 1,000 calls, you should be getting, if you're doing it the right way, 15 to 20 leads. Okay. So if you break that down, your acquisition cost is going to get right at around $1.50 per lead. So that's why when you get good at some of this stuff, especially if you're in the insurance, real estate, you can become your own lead generation business and then turn around and sell leads to other agents. So that's just one tool. So that sort of illustrates this. But you've got a bulk texter, same thing. There's a text rate. Bulk email, you've got a bulk emailer. Now the bulk emailer works this way. It's on a monthly subscription basis because it depends on how much server space you need. If you want to send out 2,500 emails per day, we have a system that bounces around from multiple servers so that you don't get flagged as a spammer, you don't get shut down or anything like that, and people actually get your email. You can go to MailChimp, you can go to GetResponse, Aweber, all of these different companies, but they will not allow you to purchase a list and then bulk email them. Because if someone says, hey, Anthony, I don't know this guy, and he's asking me this or that or wanting to sell me this, and people don't understand what spam is. They really don't. That's not spam. That's just, a cold call. What spam is when they've opted out of a list, they've asked you not to contact them, and then you keep doing it. Okay, now you're spamming them, right? But because Aweber and MailChimp and all of these companies don't want to get flagged and shut down, and then Gmail and Yahoo and all these free accounts, which is the lion's share of people have free accounts, because they don't want to get flagged, they tell you, you cannot use our services doing that. Our system will allow you to do that. And the reason we can do that is because you're buying server space to bounce around. So you send out so many emails from this server and then so many emails out of this server. And so you never get flagged to where it doesn't open up. But there's a cost for all that server space. It starts at $29. So there's usage. The point is there's usage fees on some of these things, but here's the deal. If your purpose is to get in here and start reselling our system as a business first, I will tell you, budget yourself about $35 a week. Okay? $35 a week for your first month, and then you're home free, because if you're doing what we show you, you're making money, and then that $35 a week is getting folded up with all your earnings, because keep in mind, you're going to make $400 to $1,200 per sale. So you make a couple sales in 1 week, you don't mind spending $35 the next week to keep, repeating the business.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for explaining that. Then my last question was, I'm looking for a way to finance my software. Now, I know that you had several different lenders on there that you'd recommended.
Yes.
And a lot of them aren't available. I live in the state of New York, and a lot of them aren't available in the state of New York.
Yes.
And I'm also currently unemployed, and a lot of them are not available to unemployed people either. And I was just wondering, if you know offhand, even if you don't know offhand, maybe if you could look into somebody who might be able to finance it for somebody who's unemployed living in New York State.
There's a couple states that are really hard to get lenders in because lending is regulated by the state. So I assume you've tried Cash Mutual Store. It didn't work. And I've assumed you've tried MyZippyLoan.com and it didn't work.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So let me ask you this. Well, I don't know how to ask it because I don't get do you qualify for the PayPal lending? Do you know or not?
Well, my credit score, is probably, it's not great. It's probably,
Yeah. Your FICO
hobbling along. I'm not sure I could get the PayPal, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, I could try it.
If you go to paypal.com/credit, you can, it's a soft credit pool. It won't hurt your credit to ask, because all it is a snapshot of what your FICO score is. It doesn't get into reports and stuff like that. If you have a FICO score of 650 or better, they will actually offer you a 6-month deferred, no interest, no payments. Once you get approved, just contact us, terrywilson3.com/contact. And what we do is we issue you an invoice for whatever system you want to get. You pay that invoice with the credit they extended, and then you've got a full 6 months before you ever see a payment or anything, which we really like if you can get qualified for that, because that gives you the opportunity to get in, learn it, use it, make money with it, and then pay for it later on. But if that's not an option, go to terrywilson3.com/contact and say, okay, I've tried that, this didn't work, and I've tried these. And then what we can do is go to our referral marketing partners and see if we've got anyone that offers lending in New York.
Okay, will do.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
again.
Bye. So that was Anthony up in New York. So let's get over. I wanted to talk to, let's see if she is still on here. Luis, are you still on here, or did you take off? There you are. Let me unmute your microphone. Luis, can you hear me? Luis.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Now, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Is it Luis or Louis?
Yeah, but that's not, Terry, that's not the name I use. Louise is a legal name. Augusta's my middle name because I was born in the South. My name that I have for years is Tanya, Tanya.
Well,
and I prefer to be called Tanya.
Okay, I'm sorry, Tanya. Well, I will remember from now on.
No, don't be sorry. You didn't have this information before.
I'll call you whatever you want to be called. I just want to.
Oh, don't call me late for lunch. Okay, because that would never happen. Anyway, listen, Terry, I wanted to share a couple of things with you if I can. You're talking to an old postcard person. I have a background in international finances. And what we did was we mailed out, they only gave us 100 free postcards a month. And what I did was I topped that the 200 that I purchased in bulk. And I was a 6-figure income earner inside of 6 months in that industry. And I just loved it. You have no idea. I placed so many infusions of capital into people's businesses. But I wanted to tell you one thing about people that are afraid when they communicate. I just wanted to share this with you. Because I can remember before I was trained by Mr. Vanderveer, I had the same kind of fear about communication. To wrap your head around a simple philosophy. The philosophy is that anybody that you are dealing with in business, whether it's a service where it's solid or it's a service that's not so solid, like something that you would just read, for example, on the web, it's all about them. It's about serving others. If you walk out into the street in a day to talk to people and you know that you're serving others, you're less likely to be self-conscious and to be afraid of communicating. And I grew into that in a period of 3 months. Believe it or not, I couldn't talk the way I communicated before. Wow. I was a nervous wreck. Wow. I kept thinking I was going to do something wrong. So you can't have your focus on doing something wrong and have your focus on caring about the person in front of you that you're serving at the same time. It's one or the other.
That's good stuff.
So I just wanted to share that with you and your folks. And by the way, I love your swag. I keep coming. I just love it. I love your posture. Your posture is just impeccable. I used to train people in posture because I trained a lot of people in finances. At the end of 6 months, they wanted me to train people because they didn't know what I was doing. And I said, all I'm doing is what my instructor told me to do. I wasn't doing anything else because he already had a successful system and I didn't want to alter it. But with you, your swag is just impeccable. But, you may want to add just this one thing where a person's attention is not on doing something right or wrong when they're out dealing with people. It's about caring about other people. And then it wouldn't matter what you said to that person because they feel that when you care about them. If you stumble over your words, you both laugh and nothing happens that's erroneous. It just keeps going. And then you complete what you're doing on that particular sale. That's been my own personal experience, by the way. And I enjoy everything that it is I do. I'm coming to work for you, by the way. I've been, fluctuating because of my health. It's been really open heart surgery is not fun. I had a 14.5-hour surgery, and I'm lucky to be alive. A lot of people die through that surgery.
Wow.
But I'm finally ready to rock and roll. And the only thing I had a problem with, and I listened to, I think it was last week, and I wanted to start then, is I'm trying to get my ability to focus back. I don't know how well I'm going to do on that. So I was going to ask you, can I go to work for you part-time? And if I put in, my doctor said to do an hour the first day to see how I feel, 2 hours the second day, gauge how I feel, and 3 hours the third day. Would that be okay?
Sure. I mean, it's your business, so naturally you manage it however you want.
Oh, it's my business. Okay.
Yeah, it's your business. You manage it however you want. Now, as far as the criteria that we have for trainers that are coming on, that are investing in the system to train others on the system, the criteria that we have is they have to, like I was telling Anthony earlier, there's some metrics that we lay out that they have to hit. But here's the deal. This is not some, egregious taskmaster type system that we're going to put on you. We're just saying, for instance, I'll be real straight up. We'll say you've got to generate 50 leads per week, follow up with them the way we show you, and present our business and our products the way we show you. That's all we say. To generate 50 leads a week and to follow up with them is literally an hour a day. That's all it is. Now, if you'll just do that, you will make the minimum guarantee that we tell you. If you get excited and start doing that 4 and 5 hours a day, then the sky's the limit. Okay, but we try to put this in because I realize 90% of my audience and people that are onboarding with me are coming from working already in the corporate world or already have a job, and they're trying to transition out of that into more of an entrepreneurial opportunity. And so they don't have, after they work that 9 to 5, they're mentally, emotionally, spiritually beat up, right? So by the end of the day, I don't want to be another task, but I do want to have a tool that gives them hope and gives them a strategy that if they keep investing in this, it's a way to get out of where they're at to a place where they want to be. And if they'll do that, I mean, they can go as far as they want.
Got it. Okay, now I won't be coming in at the 497 level initially, because what I want to do is just see how I'm going to acclimate to work and the ability to concentrate. So what I'll do is probably an hourly thing. Now, do I come to you or through you to retain an hourly position, or how does that work?
So our hourly opportunities are actually outside of our business. That's something that we refer people to, okay? Because we market in the job space, the opportunity space, online, everywhere. And so when someone's wanting an hourly or salary opportunity, we gather their information and we send them the links that were available in their area, because there's different opportunities all over the country. And then they start doing that. And I will tell you, hourly and salary are outside of the home. I'm not saying they're not out there, but there's very few that I know of. I really only know 1 or 2, and they just don't hire people off the street that will pay you hourly right up front from home. Usually they'll say, okay, we have this work from home position, but you have to come in the office, get trained, and do this for so long. And then if you work out, we'll transition you into a remote location. So if you want hourly and salary, you need to be prepared to work outside the home initially.
Okay, I'm going to have to really take a look at it and go over it with my doctor, because I don't travel very much right now, Terry.
Gotcha.
And let me just talk, quit talking. I'll just wait and see how it goes, and I'll get in contact with you. I think what's probably going to happen is, I'm itching to do the 497, but my doctors are telling me to hold off because they know how enthusiastic I get, right? And they're just afraid that I'm going to burn it up before I get totally well. So
I understand.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I want to tell you, though, I appreciate you. I love your posture. I love the way you communicate to people. I love the fact that you're down to earth, and, you kind of tell it like it is, which is, really, it doesn't happen that often. I've been investigating a lot of things that are on the web. Oh, my God. The primary label for everything that I've encountered is criminal. Yeah. I'm not kidding you. It's scary, really scary. And, they'll keep collecting money from people they're unsuspecting. But, I have a method and a way of tracking stuff down. And you're the only one that I keep coming back to. And I think what I'm going to do is wait until I'm ready for the 497 and just come in at that point. And I understand that the 97 a month is maintenance for, updated software and everything else that goes on with the maintenance of a program like that. I get it.
Okay. Well, I look forward to whenever you're ready, Tanya.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of time. I'm sorry, Terry. I thought the hourly thing was through you because I jump on it like today. I'm ready to rock and roll today with my doctor's instructions. And it's not you, it's the outside. I don't want to deal with people on the outside. I already have offers coming in through my eyeballs. I have 3 phones in my house. And one is a designated phone for business office because I get them all the time.
No. So, listen, no hurries, no worries on our end. Just whenever timing is right for you, that's when we want you. We don't.
No, I'm dying to be in an association with you. I would just really appreciate it, and I'd also appreciate, at a point, because I'm trained in public relations and communications. Obviously, representing you would be something I'd want to do because I'd want to expand the business, not just what I do, but I'd want to expand you, which means that I'd make more money as well.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah,
so
I look
much.
at that. That'll happen. Just give me time. This has been the longest recovery I've ever been through, but it wasn't a broken leg. It was take my heart out of my chest and work on it so that I could live because I died from congestive heart failure. So, I'm very lucky to be alive. Well, but yeah, I just adore you. Just give me time. That's what's going to take to have, to get started. And I'll rock and roll with you. That's for sure.
Thank you.
I may still come on every time you're on, though, and listen to you.
Listen, before I let you go, because I've got several questions coming in right now. What does she mean by posture? She's not talking about the way I physically sit up in my chair, I don't think. But
can I give a definition that they'd like?
Yes.
Okay. Posture is like a perfume that you're wearing. In other words, it's a wavelength that you put out to people, and they can feel whether you're afraid or whether you have a high confront level. They can sense whether you're in a good mood or a bad mood. And those are all wavelengths that actually, contain particles that arrive at a person's space to tell them who you are in a day. So if you're in a bad mood and you're trying to hide it, it probably doesn't matter because they'll feel it anyway.
All right. Well,
that's posture.
It's for us Christians. It's the law of attraction. That's the universal law. It transcends, your theological persuasions. You put out good stuff, good stuff comes back, so.
Absolutely. What goes around comes around, and that's the absolute truth. That's the law of cause and effect, and that's a universal truth. Absolutely.
Thanks, Tanya. Appreciate you being on the show.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I'm going to get off now because I'm tired.
No worries. I won't think of anything. All right. Talk to you later. Okay. So Barbara says it works. Barbara, do you want to talk? Let's say, what do you mean does it work? What are you talking about, Barbara? What do you mean when you say it works? Are you on here? You're not. I don't have your mic. I don't see your mic lit in, so you might just be on the web. Let me unmute your mic and see here. Barbara, when you say it works, what do you mean it works? I saw your mic turn up green and then it went away. Try it again, Barbara. Can you unmute your mic? I'd love to talk to you. There you go. I see it's green.
I'm here.
All right. Barbara, what do you mean when you say it works?
I started my own personal business 10 days ago. On Friday, I have my first 2 sales come through. And I have more pending. You do the activity, you do the things that Terry and your trainer have put forth, and the back office is amazing. All of Terry's webinars in the back office to train you are thorough and complete. You do the activity, you take the time, you talk to the people, and you allow them to see the opportunity for what it is. They will see it, and they will find a way to do this business. I am in love with it. I don't know any other way to put it.
Wow, that is
absolutely
awesome.
In love.
So you've been with us how long now? You said a week, 2 weeks. What was it?
It'll be 2 weeks on this Thursday.
2 weeks this Thursday, and already closed 2. You said, and you got more coming?
Yes, sir.
Guys, I don't even know what you made because I haven't looked. But 2 sales, the minimum 2 sales is going to be is $800. So I don't know which.
Yes, sir.
I don't know which packages you sold, but that's the least you could make. So that's awesome, Barbara. That is absolutely awesome. And let me ask you this. Have you been in any business opportunities, work from home opportunities before this?
Not so much work from home opportunities. I have actually been in corporate America, except I worked for corporations out of France where I was their U.S. Development person. But with the crash in 2009, I lost a job. And then a couple of years ago, I lost a job. And then I kind of went back into the office, and Lord, I could not take the posturing and the grandstanding and the office politics. It took me 8 months, even though it was a 6-figure job. I made a run for it. I went back home. And then I spent months trying to find an opportunity that worked, and nothing did. And like the lady who just came off the line, I kept coming back to you guys and kept coming back to you guys. And finally, my husband looked at it and said, do it. And I said, well, we've got kids going back to college. We can't afford this at this time. Well, one of my sons, who's older and has a full-time job, looked at me and said, I got money sitting in the bank. Here, take it.
Wow. That is awesome. You got some good children. I need you.
I do. I read well.
I need you to come over to Boiling Springs, South Carolina, and help me raise 5 children. Would you?
No, I am done. My youngest is 19, Terry.
Oh, that's my oldest. That's
the youngest.
Wow.
And I've got great kids. A couple of them had to find themselves. It took time. It took prayer. It took some walls and me with my hand around their necks, but they got it.
Hey, well, train up a child in the way to go, right? That's right. Well, I've got good kids. I jest. I've got some really, really good kids. But anytime I hear a parent saying, yeah, my child turned around and handed me money, I was like, man, you've done an excellent job. Need to write a book.
He was like, Mama, I know you've got this. And there's no sense in you guys waiting until everybody's back in school and y'all save the money, because we don't use credit cards in this house.
Wow.
Yeah. He was like, there's no point in that when you can start now. I've got money sitting in my savings account. And I'm like, are you sure, child? He was like, yeah, I'm fine.
That is awesome.
And of course, he gave me the money to start my business. And I am blessed by everything that has happened.
Well, Barbara, I look for many, many years working with you and seeing you just be one of our top reps.
I look forward to it as well. And thank you so much for calling one of my prospects back, because he didn't put my name down as his referral, as his rep.
Well, yeah. When that happens, we double check and see who it is, because we don't want any of our reps missing a sale, because your experience is a testimony to my brand. So we want you having a great experience.
I laughed when Reagan sent it to me and I went over the app. I was like, well, how did you know it was me? He put his own name down. She was like, oh, Terry called him. I was like, yes.
Well, we know when they put their own name down as a rep that they're not understanding who's with who. So we want to make sure that's caught and taken care of. Now, we can't do that all the time. And so for you reps out there, listen, it's stress to your people when they enroll to put your name down, because every once in a while I want to fall through the crack, and if it happens, there's nothing we can do about it. But we do try to catch it, because we don't want you losing a sale.
That was just absolutely awesome. And I thank you all so much for all that you brought to the table for the back office, I'm going one step at a time. And once I've conquered what I'm conquering now, then I will begin doing lead generation for others. And then I will be moving up the line to plus and to elite.
Awesome.
I am just looking forward to the climb.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to working with you there. Thanks, Barbara.
No, thank you, Terry.
Talk to you later. All right, Ron's on here and he's got a question. Let me see if I can open up Ron's mic and see what Ron's got going on. Ron, can you hear me? Ron, I've got your mic opened. I don't know if you've got an ability to talk. I know you typed out some stuff. Your mic just went away, so you might not be available to speak. So let me, it's just such a long question. Ron, can you hear me? Your mic just came back up. It went green again. I want to grab you. Ron's a new rep. He says just started and relatively new to marketing. I was Mr. Skeptical, but have done the fast track training. How long do you wait start before you start selling leads? Well, that's your referral marketing. And that's step 7 in your back office. We recommend you going through steps 1 through 5 first, so you can experience the most success quickly, because you've got to learn how to generate qualified leads for yourself first before you can start referring them over to some of our RMPs. And you're positive thinking, but out of work drummed, oh no, you're a musician as well. Well, we definitely need to help you there, Ron. I've got a soft heart for musicians, as I am trying to be one myself. I record a practice script and I'm ready. So, Ron, get with your recruiter and he can show you how to get started and start generating calls if you're not familiar with how that works. And he can start getting calls into the call center and show you how to drive his calls. Barbara is awesome. Gary says Barbara is the woman. So, Gary, that must be your client. So, Gary, you're from down in Texas. How's things in your neck of the woods right now? Is everybody okay and safe? I hope so. Lots of water. Well, I hope you're okay. But I know that's good. Gary's safe, so that's good to hear. I'm watching MSNBC, Fox News, and CNN, and all of them. And I try to watch all of them because I want to know what the true story is. And all 3 of them are saying there's water in Texas, so I'm going to believe them this time. I rarely ever believe all 3 networks, but anyway. All right. Do I have any other questions about our business, how you can get involved, how you can start, how you can take your money, business, and life to the next level just with some simple tools? Folks, I'll show you something real quick. This is not here's my website, by the way. Okay. And I can go into my back office and I'll show you my back office real quick. The back side of my website and everything. For you guys listen to this as a podcast, you're not going to see this, but what I'm doing is I'm showing people on this call the back office, my screen, and see right here, I can see all my leads that have come in and all that. But see, this is not just me. I wanted to go over to another member. This is a member of TW3. This is his site, and I'll show you. I'm gonna go to front of his site real quick so you can see, and I'll show you. It's the exact same thing I use, and I show you exactly. And here's his site, and here's what it looks like. Okay, so you can see this is not my website. This is someone else's, but he's sort of got it set up exactly like I do. But if you'll notice in his back office, he's already got 10 qualified leads. Now, a lead to us is someone has gone through the system, looked at it, wanted to see more information, and these are qualified people. Now, if he's just an average salesperson, 10 people that he's going to speak with today, what do you think his success rate is going to be? Because these people are leads because they said, I want more information. I've seen what you have to offer. I've gone through this process and now I'm down here to this end. He is going, like, I can just click on the first one right here that came up, this person here, and you can see, okay, here's all the page views that they've looked at. Here's the funnel they came through. You can see everything about them. You can see now if someone here has already looked at 25 different pages and everything, then they really, and it's blocked out here so for security purposes, but you can go in and see exactly what they're looking at. How interested are they? It's putting them into an autoresponder so that they're dripped on to show more information about various opportunities. These are the tools that we not only convey to you once you become a member, but we teach you how to use them. Listen, you can go buy a website, you can go buy a voice broadcast dialer, you can go buy a bulk texter, bulk emailer, you can buy all of these tools anywhere you want. In some areas, you can get them for free. You can go to Wix.com right now and get a free website. Okay, website, a website, the only value a website has is, can it generate money? Because as one sales manager told me back when I worked retail, if it don't have that ching ching, it don't mean a thing. What our sites do that other sites don't do is they make money, and they make money in ways that you can do what you love to do. Like, I went to the movies, me and my wife have date nights on Thursday night. That's when we go out and have our date nights. And we went and watched All Saints, a new movie by John Corbett. I did a podcast about it the very next day, talking about something I want to talk about. Talking about, ways that business lessons that you could learn just from this movie about faith. Well, guess what? Every time I produce one of these podcasts, I've got my referral marketing partners down here. I've got giveaways. I've got all these things I'm talking about in the show. And today, you guys are on here. No one has paid me a dime This recording is going to go out. I'm going to be talking about, hey, if you're in the insurance business, you're in the real estate business, you're in MLM, network marketing, if you're in some sort of business that needs to recruit people, go over to ZipRecruiter and you can get a free job posting at terrywilson3.com/ZipRecruiter. Okay, that's me sending you to one of my RMPs. Hey, do you want an hourly or salary opportunity? Go to terrywilson3.com/apply. You go in there, and then I'm going to show you hourly and salary opportunities that are outside of our business, but I get paid to give you that information, send you over there, give you value. That is the value of being a TW3 member. You can do the same thing, and I show you how to do it. I empirically show you step by step in the back office. I illustrate it to you by you watching me do my business. So if you're a learner that learns intuitively, then you just watch what I'm doing and rinse, wash, and repeat. If you are a learner that has to learn through a sensory function where you have to see it laid out, we have in the back office a step by, you heard Barbara. You heard Barbara talking about it, the back office. You go right over here to your back office and you say, okay, I want to know how to make money. Well, we take you from ground zero all the way up. Step 1, set up your RingCentral call center. That's our call. We have a call center hosted by a company called RingCentral. Okay, there's nothing magical about RingCentral. If you're in business and you'd like to set up your own call center, go to terrywilson3.com/RingCentral and you can have 30 days free trial just to try it out. Okay. By the way, hint, hint, hint. There's another RMP offer that I get paid to send you over to give you something. You see how this business works. There's money coming in from the left. There's money coming in from the right. You want to onboard with us and you need financing. I'll show you how to get financed. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to pay me to send you over there. You see, we put you in a business and a way to start making money that even if you don't sell anything, you're making money. It's fun if you learn how to do this, but you're a sensory learner. You say, Terry, I need it step by step. I'm just not going to learn it by watching you and how you do business. Well, step 1, set up your call center. Step 2, develop a blog presence. Well, I don't know anything about blogging. Click right here. Click that link right there. What happens? And then all of a sudden, set up your name, create your header. And well, how do I create a header? Well, click right there. Look what happens. Boom, boom, boom. Step by step. Step by step. Step by step. I don't care if you're brand new. I don't care if you've been in business 20 some odd years and you're a veteran. We'll grab you at whatever level you are. If you already know how to do some of this, then skip the steps that you know, because you're going to be able to catch up to the level that you want to be at. Okay. And so you just go step by step, doing it the way we show you. And we put our money where our mouth is. I guarantee my activity with my tools will, give you results. Now, if you take my tools and use your activity, then you get what your activity will bring. But if you will get in the system, learn it, use it the way we show you, you will make money. If you want to get involved, you can go to terrywilson3.com/apply. If you've already done that, then call your rep back today and say, hey, I listened to Terry today and I'm ready to rock and roll. And they will show you how to do that. If you have talked to me or haven't talked to anyone, you can go over to terrywilson3.com/contact and say, hey, I heard Terry, I've already applied. You've got my information. Here it is. I'm ready to rock and roll, and we can get you that information out. Until next time, this is Terry Wilson with terrywilson3.com. Hey, remember, if you want to go to the next level, you have to grow to the next level. And that's why I want to give you a free copy of my new book, You Are Worth More. Go to terrywilson3.com/worthmore now.
Thank you for listening to our show today at terrywilson3.com. If you would like more information on how we can take your money, your business, and your life to the next level, then please visit us online at terrywilson3.com or call 800-673-1728.
Man, it's a great system here. This is good stuff here. I wish I found this company 10 years ago.